Hi everybody, welcome to my driving video of this 2011 Toyota Sienna now. I just wanted to give you a glimpse of the outside if you didn't see my detailed walk around video, but if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out to see much more detail about the inside, the outside, and every which way. This is what we're going to drive, so if you are ready, I know I am, let's go for a drive. Seatbelt, of course. Get rid of that pesky light. All right, so when you put it in drive, the doors lock. I mentioned that on the walk around video. Zoom out a little bit here. There we go. What a great van. And what a great van for the money. This van is good looking. This van is still very current looking, in my opinion. Very stylish. I'm gonna go slow through this water because this van is very clean and we don't want to get it dirty. This van is very current looking, very stylish, as nice as you could ask for a van as far as features and amenities. Just nice. Turn on a little air here. Everything works. It runs and drives excellent. Power doors on both sides, which is wonderful and convenient. That can be opened by pulling on the handle, by pushing the button on the remote, by pushing the buttons up here in the ceiling. This van is quiet. It's great visibility. I find nothing bad about the visibility in this. I even think, and I mentioned on the other video, that these little triangle windows here in the corners definitely make for it's not like you really need that, but it just gives you this feeling like there's no view that's blocked, you know. So very nice. Of course, legendary Toyota reliability and low cost of ownership, as with any Toyota product. I mentioned on the other video, I have seen and sat in many Toyotas that have had far more mileage than this. This runs great, this drives great, it shifts great, everything works. Air conditioning's nice and cold. There's nothing that doesn't work. All the features and functions function and work as they should. And it's been well cared for. It shows cosmetically, but it also has a clean Carfax history, 37 records of service with the only two previous owners. The original owner had this van up till 168,000 miles, so they had it for a long time. And then the second owner had it for the last about 30,000 miles. But it also shows how much they liked it. So I said it on the other video, but I'm gonna say it right now. I like to call a minivan of any type a family truck or a family truckster, because that's exactly what these minivans become. And they haul the family, they haul the gear, they take all the abuse. If people aren't nice to them, this van has been gently used and very lovingly cared for, and it shows. If you watch my other video and you see me show every corner and crevice and piece of carpet and where the seats mount down in the carpet, there's no crayons, there's no Kool-Aid, there's nothing stained or broken from kids or abuse or animals or anything like that. This van is just nice all the way. It really is. Also has two sets of keys, 2 keys and 2 remotes. I said that a couple times on the other video, but just sharing that. And it's a nice, easy color, just like the one in front of us. Same color. It looks like it anyway. Silver. So easy to keep clean, easy to keep the dirt off of. acceleration. Not that it's a race car, but it's got plenty of power, more than you could possibly need. I think it's like 265 horsepower. I think I read that in the specs about this when I was doing some light reading about the Sienna. The fuel mileage is great. It gets 24 miles to the gallon on the freeway, which is pretty much in line with most other things of this segment. Hey, there's a red one. Hey guy, how you doing? That's kind of funny. You don't see red very often. There's a white one. That one's newer. You don't see red very often on these, now that come to think of it. But yeah, great fuel mileage, 24 miles to the gallon on the freeway. It's about normal for things in this segment, but you know, not bad at all for those long trips to traveling baseball or soccer tournaments or whatever your kids are involved in. Taekwondo, my son loves his Taekwondo, but there's no travel involved in that. See, lucked out on that one. We're gonna continue around here, and then we'll go out on the freeway. So if you want to fast forward some, you'll see some freeway driving. We're gonna go out to the freeway for some higher speed driving. But I am very, very comfortable in the seat. I always like to talk about that as well, just kind of give my perspective of what I think comfort-wise, and I think these seats are nice and thick and comfortable. You know, the padding and the foam is right. It's no surprise because that's the Japanese car way. The seats hold up better than other cars, and they generally don't break down or have issues. But I mean, I feel very comfortable, and you know, plenty of padding and plenty of support on the sides here, on the bolsters. I am about 6 foot, almost 1 tall. I have plenty of leg room. I mean, I don't even have the seat all the way back. I've got plenty of room. I've got my left foot flat on the floor, and it's comfortable. Lots of room here to the door panel. So I'm very, very comfortable in this van. Yeah, there's a gold one. Hey, lady. So we've seen red and gold. Let's go for a rainbow, see if we can collect all the colors on our drive. That's funny. There's a red Dodge Caravan. Definitely wouldn't completely recommend that. Depends on what kind of budget you're on. You can buy those cheaper than you can buy this. They're not terrible, but they're not as good of a van as this is. Nice other features in this. XM radio, Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth phone, backup camera. Lots of nice stuff. So and this is only an LE. I'm sure when you get to an XLE or an XLE Limited, there's probably even more stuff than there is in this one, but this has everything that any reasonable person or family could possibly need or desire to make their journey comfortable, especially the power doors. Power doors is a lifesaver for parents and families for sure, and has been ever since they came out. I mentioned on the other video about Toyota Previas, so if anybody didn't watch that or hear me say that, does anybody remember that's watching right now the Toyota Previa vans? I always liked those, and I liked the ones before that were just like a box, like a bread box on wheel. It was just called a Toyota van. I don't even think it had a name, and they sat up real high and had this huge windshield to look out over. You could get those with a manual transmission, which I've actually had one in the past. Very cool. They had a huge amount of cargo space, both that real boxy Toyota van and the Previas. They had seems like even more than even this modern day Sienna, just because they had such a high roof line. They were the late 80s ones, the boxy ones. You'd always see like appliance people and people that worked out of their vehicles, drywallers, painters. They had those because it was like as much room as a truck but with everything being able to be inside the vehicles so it could be secure and stay out of the weather and the elements. But anyway, the Previas and that boxy Toyota van, I like quirky stuff like that. I mean, nobody would probably want that today because people want modern features and Bluetooth and power doors and things like that. But those vans were just kind of neat because they were so, there's another red one, burgundy. They were so ahead of their time, and they were basically the groundwork and the footwork for this. So it's kind of like in the Honda lineup, the Honda Passport was Honda's first try and first crack at an SUV, and they borrowed it from Isuzu, put their name on it, like I guess they're doing currently with an electric vehicle. But they borrowed it, tried it to see what the response was, and then it was good. So then they made their own Passport a few years later. I don't know what made me think of that, but there you go. I've got the fan on low, so you may hear just a little bit of the blower sound, but I need a little air because it's getting warm already. Here's the back, by the way. My bag's back there, but nice and clean. The entire interior, the seats are just as clean as that. So clean and nice all the way. The headliner's perfect. It's just a nice van. It will be a wonderful van for anybody. Steering wheel's perfectly straight. Tires, balance is good on the tires. Alignment is good. It's so funny that we saw a bright red Sienna, which I think was a brighter red than the one that we're following right now. But the one we're following right now is more of a burgundy color. Let's see what this thing can do. Let's catch up to that other Sienna. It's funny, after I say you don't see red very often, and then we see two that are a shade of red. There you go, folks. Like I've said on other videos, look around, okay? Look around at what you see most of on the road, and that generally will tell you, especially when you get into even older than this, but that will generally tell you what is good. You know, you see a 25-year-old Honda or Toyota on the road, it's because they were great cars, you know? A 1998 Honda Accord is still not a bad car if it's nice and well maintained and running well. It's not even terribly old looking to a degree in the right eyes, with the right glasses on, as my friend Saul would say, with the right glasses. But yeah, you got to look around. You see what you see. You see what you see the most of. You see people driving. You see the mileage. Like I said on the other video, there we go, green light. This having 198,000 miles is truly, nothing. Yeah, just like I said on the other video, any van that doesn't have a scratch or a mark on it, it must be a brand new one, because look at that. It's got a big scratch on the door. That's pretty. That's a new Sequoia. That's expensive. But someday that'll be reasonable. That's a TRD Pro. That's big money. There's a white Sienna that looks like a limited right there. Just turned. There's an 07 Camry gold across the way at the light. There's another Tacoma across the way, white. Toyota's all around. Toyota's for everyone. But just great cars. You can't go wrong. And 200,000 on this, I think, is the last thing I was starting to say before I got ADD-ish distracted. But no, 200,000 miles is nothing. It's nothing. There's plenty of Toyota everythings that have way more mileage. I've seen many with way more mileage. So this has lots and lots of life left in it. Bye, red Sienna. We're going on the freeway. All right, here we go. On the freeway, we shall go a few miles east and get up to speed, and a few miles back the other direction. 50, 55, 60, right there, 60 miles per hour. A little congested here. And there we are at 70 miles per hour. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a green eco light that comes on once it kind of achieves maximum efficiency, but it's over here on the dash. It says eco. Look how nice and straight the steering wheel is. The alignment's perfect. Looks like we might be caught in a little bit of some traffic on the way back going the other way. So there we are, still cruising 70 miles per hour. Perfectly. I just set the cruise control at 70 or 72 rather. Cruise control is set. I don't know if you can see down there, it says set, but anyway, cruise control is set. I don't have my feet on there, so cruise control active and working. I'm gonna turn that back off though. But see, great. I'm still looking out front while I show you this, but great visibility, easy to see everything around, and there's really not a terrible much of a blind spot with all of the glass in the rear of the van. You can see everything between the mirror and when you look over through the windows because there's so much glass. It's nice and smooth. It's quiet. There's no road noise really, no wind noise. Comfortable. It's quiet. That bridge right there is very rough, and that was very quiet to go over that bridge. Look how straight the steering wheel. Still going 73, 74. I can't say enough. I highly recommend, and because I have a lot of faith in that right there. If you have a comment, if you have something you want to share, if you have a suggestion, leave your comments, give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you like what I do here, and leave a comment about your own experience with a van like this, or maybe one you own that currently that's like this, that has 625,000 miles. I'm sure I would sure like to read about it, and I'm sure anybody else would that takes a look at this video now or in the future. I always appreciate hearing that my video has helped someone in getting to know this particular car better, or understand it a little differently or a little better. If I help you to buy one in another city, another state, another country, whatever it is, it makes me happy to read that I've helped people in so many ways with learning about this particular vehicle and things about it, and gaining some insight from my video. That makes me very happy. So thank you for sharing those comments. All right, we're gonna exit here and we're going to turn around and go back the same way. So looks like there's going to be a little bit of traffic on the way back, but it is what it is. Again, I appreciate very much your views and your watching and your thoughts, your comments, your feedback, your concerns. When I said feedback and concerns, it made me think of like old comment and suggestion boxes. I mean, you never see that anymore because everybody can just post online what they want to say. We're going. Here we go. Everybody can post on a Google review or a YouTube comment or whatever, anything they want to say. Here we go. Again, great acceleration for a minivan. Look at that. Boom. 65, 60. I mean, I wasn't even pushing it down that hard. This van has great power. Actually, I hate to say it because I love Hondas, but almost seems as though this has just better pickup and power than an Odyssey of a similar time period. It's probably similar, but this just somehow feels peppier. So there we are. Oh, almost 80. Whoops, my foot got a little heavy, but there we go. 80 miles an hour right there. 80 straight. Steering wheel straight, holding the road. Very, very nice, smooth, and quiet. Perfect, 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 perfect. This has daytime running lights. In the walk-around video, I had them turned off, so I turned them on during the walk-around video. So now we have the daytime running lights on. What a great value, you guys. I would recommend buying one of these used if it's as nice and clean as this is all day long. That's been well cared for. Yeah, wet road. We're going over here. To buy this for under $10,000 compared to the cost of a new one currently, which I'm sure is probably 50. I'm sure 50,000. This van in 2011 would have been very close to $40,000. So what a bargain now. What a bargain. Whew. Wonder why the traffic's so bad. Well, I have to sit in the traffic, so I guess you can sit with me. Or maybe I should just end this video right here. But yeah, what a bargain. I mean, new cars are so expensive. New cars have gotten so expensive as of lately. And, you know, everybody's different. Some people buy them for different reasons, for tax savings, for write-offs for their companies. I mean, a variety of reasons. So there's always going to be people that will buy brand new cars. But, you know, if you don't have some other reason, you know, the tax credits because of the weight, the 6,000 pound weight thing, and your company write-off or whatever the case, or some people, of course, just like to have brand new because they think brand new equals no problems. That's not always true, but I have a lot of appreciation for nice cars that have good history, that have been well cared for, that at the end of the day, every one of these cars right now in front of us, all a car is a means of transportation. Now, I'm much more passionate about cars and different models and features and functions and whatever, but this van is going to get you to the same destination as anything else in front of us, and quite frankly, possibly more reliably than even that car right there. You know, you pick and you buy and you own the cars that are sensible and make sense, and they will last. Like that Tacoma right there, some construction worker that's working on that road, that was like a 2001 Toyota Tacoma. You can't, those trucks are unkillable. Those trucks just don't die, and that's why they're worth a lot of money nowadays. But you know, you have to buy what makes sense and works for you, for your budget, of course. But I feel like I'm on my soapbox, but you know, I think there's a lot of great cars that you don't have to spend. I guess that's my point, my bigger point. You don't have to spend $50,000, $60,000, $100,000. I mean, some of these cars, it's unbelievable what stuff costs. That's like fancy cars. And you don't have to spend that kind of money to get a good car and to get reliable transportation. I mean, granted, nowadays, a $3,000 car is going to be borderline how great of a car you're going to get at that price. But as long as you get up closer to $10,000, you can usually find something pretty decent. So that's my 2 cents on that. Maybe I should host a podcast. What else can we talk about? Yeah, Toyota Tacomas. You know how many people ask me, do you know of any Toyota Tacomas for sale? Is anybody you work with going to sell a Tacoma? Yeah, nobody lets go of those trucks. They're very, very nice trucks. I had a run of Lincolns on my channel, and I mentioned that I said, oh, the next car might be a Lincoln. So now that we're almost concluding, on this video, I will tell you that I'm going to have another nice Toyota product car. It's a car, Toyota Avalon, coming soon to my channel. That's a very, very nice, similar. The steering wheel makes me think of it because I think it has the same steering wheel. It's a 2010 Toyota Avalon Limited, and it only has 107,000 miles. So it's nice, low miles, and really, really nice car. So that's coming soon. And you know, it's funny because you sit there and say 100,000 miles, only 100,000 miles on this Toyota Avalon. It's basically, on a Toyota, 100,000 is like basically saying it's just now breaking in. And then even this having almost 200,000 is like, okay, it's a little more broken in, but still nowhere near end of life. It's true. But that Avalon is definitely low mileage because it's the same age as this, and it has half the mileage. So, well, that traffic wasn't too bad. I'm glad I kept you guys on and kept rambling, and who knows if anybody's going to watch all the way through and all the way to the end, but I have to drive this, so might as well just keep on talking. I don't think I have anything else to say. You know, great van. This van's a great van. This van's probably a lot different than most that you would find in this age and mileage. You know, just because most things aren't this nice, and granted, if this van wasn't this nice, I wouldn't want to be working with it. But you know, it's this van's really nice, so I would recommend you buy one. Try to find one that's as nice as this and has been as well cared for as this. But I think a whole lot of the brand and of this generation Toyota for sure. So I appreciate everyone. Again, take a look at my walk around video for much more details and much more show and tell of the inside, the outside, under the hood, door jams, everything. If you want to see more about this, take a look for that on my channel as well. And leave your comments, leave your suggestions, leave your feedback. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I do. Ring the bell. And let me know how I've helped you, because that really brings me happiness when I see and read that I've helped somebody with making a decision on a car like this or learning more about this model. I really do like that. So leave your comments and your feedback, and I do appreciate each and every one of you for watching and joining and taking an interest in my presentations. So take care, and we'll see you next time, maybe with a Toyota Avalon. Maybe. You never know. You never know. That's my friend Saul again. He says that. He says, you never know. You never know. But I don't know. It might be next. It might not. I'll have to put on my glasses and find out which car we're going to do next. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. And if you know who Saul is, leave it in the comments. If you know who Saul is. Who is Saul with the glasses and the maybe? Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.